for bird of the day. Okay, reactive needs to hide because Discord's not open. Okay. So, it is Corvus Twigs, bird of the day. And today's bird of the day is one of the birds that is featured in the 12 Days of Christmas. Because today's bird is swans. Yeah, that's right. We are doing swans today. That's right. Oh, but did I find out a disturbing fact about swans? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you about swans. As we all know, the 12 Days of Christmas, swans are number 7. 7 swans are swimming. Yeah, 7 swans are swimming. Well, here's a fact about swans that may disturb you. There are only 6 species of swan in the world. So we can't have 7 swans a swimming. It should be 6 swans a swimming. You can have 7 geese a laying. There's probably a lot more than 7 kinds of geese. I'll need to look into that. Yes, there are 6 types of swan in the world. And here they are. The tundra swan. The trumpeter swan. The mute swan, black swan, the black-necked swan, and the whooper swan. Look at all of them. All very pretty distinct from each other. Although I think that the tundra swan and trumpeter swan look pretty similar. But the mute swan with that, a yellow or that orange beak, pretty distinctive. And of course, the black swan and the black-necked swan. Pretty distinctive looking ones there. Look at those little black-neck babies. They're cute babies. Buffering like mad. Oh no! Yeah, it's giving me unstable. God damn it, and after I thought I fixed everything. Yeah, it's way, way behind me. Well, nothing I can do to fix it. Well, I'm just gonna move on with bird of the day. Sorry, Kyoko. So, information about the swan. Swans are up to 59 inches long. 59? Woo, that's a big bird. 5-foot bird? Yeah, well, they got those long necks, so from neck to tip of tail, 5 feet, yeah, pretty long. And, wingspan of up to 10 feet. Whew, that's a big bird. They are a real big bird. They are one of the biggest aquatic birds in the world. The only bird that is bigger, that is also known for being a watery bird, is the albatross. But in the Anseriformes order, in the family Anatidae, they are the biggest. And Anatidae is the family that includes geese and ducks and swans. 33 pounds. That's pretty heavy. Yeah. 33 pounds. That's a heavy bird. That's a real heavy bird. Oh, so big. So heavy. So, they are actually a pretty long-lived species of bird. 20 to 30 years. Oof. That's pretty good for a wild bird. Real good for a wild bird. Not too unheard of for a large bird. But, yeah, they do pretty good. And, where are you going to find them? Well, pretty much anywhere there's water. Anywhere there's water. There's gonna be some swans around. So the mute swan, which you see pictured here, it's gonna be your typical Eurasian one. They also do show up in the northern bits of Africa. Oh yeah. So hang around the Mediterranean, but they're seen out even in the Indian and Middle East region, so they're not too much in the deserted areas, but they do migrate over there. So they're known to be seen. The typical swan you're going to see in North America is going to be the trumpeter. And funny thing, black swans were thought of by Europeans and were like an allegory of a thing that didn't exist. And it turned out that they do exist. So, like, Europeans, like, used them in folklore as a mythological animal, and then they turned out to be real once they discovered, well, not discovered, but once they found out about Australia and New Zealand. And so, Cygnus is their genus, which you would probably recognize because that's one of the constellations known as the Northern Cross. It's a swan constellation. Yeah. Why is there that S up there? Okay, well, it's a... Okay, S. You know, I have that S up there because, as you can see, they have an S-shaped neck. Yeah, that's why that S is there, because they have an S-shaped neck. That's why it's there. That wasn't an accident. That wasn't me being dumb. Yeah, swans, socially, they're kind of a paired animal. You know, the babies hang around mom and dad until they reach the age of independence, and they go off. And, you know, usually when you see a flock of crows, they're all going to be very young ones, because you're just kind of getting to know each other, being social, trying to find a mate. But then once they find the mate, the male and the female tend to find a little area for themselves, and they make that their spot. And, you know, the same pair will be together until one of them dies, which I think is pretty sweet. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And the fathers, they will help raise the young. It's very nice. And but boy, whew, you know what? They don't like you getting near their babies or their nest. Oh boy, no. Swans are actually known for being quite aggressive about protecting what they deem to be their territory. So territorial. Now, back in the day, swans were hunted for food, but that's kind of a practice that's gone out of, you know, gone by the wayside. Not too common anymore. Not too many people eating them. The meat's not that good, supposedly, and they've kind of gotten more of an iconic status as a beautiful and protected bird, so they're actually doing pretty good. There's a lot of them are raised domestically. Quite famously, the English like raising some mute swans, and so now some mute swans are actually showing up. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or fasting encoder preset. What? How can the encoding be overloaded? I should turn it down to 720p and everything. I'm gonna have to fix that. Take a break after bird of the day. I'm running my bird of the day with all this non-bird of the day related chatter. That's fine. All you YouTube watchers, you're fine. You want to be part of this? Come subscribe to me. And also be sure to like and subscribe. We love y'all. But anyway, yeah. The Queen gifted some swans to Canada. And now they've actually started spreading a little bit. They're doing pretty good. Now, the swan. I think we all know a lot about swans and stories and stuff. I mean, the most obvious one that comes to mind is the ugly duckling. Well, ugly duck doesn't look like the other ducks, and then they all grow up and they're like, oh, you're actually a beautiful swan. So, you know what? I don't like that story. And here's why I don't like that story. Because the moral of this story is, don't make fun of people because they might someday be beautiful. As if it's like it's okay to make fun of them when they're ugly, but well, okay, I don't know if it necessarily is saying that. But, like, I mean, it's kind of like saying don't make fun of somebody because someday they might be beautiful. Or how about just don't make fun of people? Let's just not bully people at all. It doesn't matter if they're going to be beautiful someday or not. That's just a dick thing to do. Be nice to, especially babies. Don't bully babies. Come on. Just be nice to people. Be good to people. Doesn't matter if they might someday be something special. You should be good to everybody all the time. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Okay. So, the Swan? See it a lot in heraldry. A lot of family crests and stuff had the swans in it. Very popular, very popular. Lots of folklore and stories about them. All the way from like Irish folklore. There's a Greek myth that involves a swan. I mean, you just there's too many for me to name. Too many for me to name. But now I'm gonna dispel one of the common myths about swans. People say, "Oh, swans are so powerful. They could break your arm with their wing." No, they can't. It's a 33-pound bird. Almost all of that weight is in their, like, central core. Now, don't get me wrong. A goose hits you with their wing, it's probably gonna hurt. But unless you're like, literally a baby, you're a lot bigger than a swan, and your bones are a lot tougher and more dense than a swan's. So if your arm comes into hard contact with a swan's wing, it's just gonna win that one. Ain't gonna be the wing. So no. A swan cannot break your arm with its wing. There's no cases of that having ever happened. Maybe there was somebody at one point who's just like, I fell and broke my arm doing something stupid. It was a swan. The swan did it, Mommy. Not because I was doing something stupid. The swan attacked me. Yeah, that's probably where it started. Yeah. So my thoughts on the swan? Well, it's hard to say. Because swans, I gotta hand it to them. They're very beautiful. They are a very beautiful bird. Looking real good. Looking real pretty and real good. But, on the other hand, they are jerks. Very territorial. They're kind of mean. They're kind of nasty. I almost kind of think of swans as they're like that rich preppy kid who makes fun of you and thinks they're better than everyone else. Yeah, well, you know what? You know what, Swan? You just... Yeah, you're fine, I guess. Just don't be so mean. The key to life, and the moral of today's bird of the day is don't be mean. Can we just not be mean? Yeah, let's just not be mean. Don't be mean like the swan. Be nice like the crow. Okay, maybe we're not the nicest. Wonder who the nicest bird is. Who is the nicest bird? Maybe hummingbirds. They're so little. They gotta be nice to everybody. Anyway, swans. Beautiful bird. Iconic bird. Good bird. Good bird. Not great bird. Just a good bird.